Please welcome to the stage the lovely and talented Ben Teichmiller, everybody. Give it up for Ben.
Y'all ever mistake a burning cross for Christmas lights? Obviously, I'm not the only person with family in Coleman. I say that because I live in Hartselle. Yeah, you should see our Halloween decorations. Yeah, they ain't good. Yeah, I've been working on a look for myself I like to call Lumber Jesus. Because I look like if Jesus turned water into heroin and cheap whiskey. I also think I look like if Jesus was a roadie for Slayer. All right, let's open our hymnals. Is it bad that whenever I hear the phrase radical Muslim, I always think of a brown guy doing like a triple kickflip over a 5-stair? I also think it's bad that whenever I hear the phrase active shooter, I think of a white guy just trying to make it in the NBA. Are y'all familiar with revenge porn? A couple of you. Yeah, thank you, sir. Now, are you familiar with being revenge porned by proxy?
Never.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the one person that's ever happened to.
That's the way it goes.
Damn right. Me and my current lady friend, she was going through a bad breakup recently, in which her terrible, terrible ex decided to hack into her Facebook and steal all of her nudes, and by proxy, all of mine. And he started to fucking share it with her friends, her family, and that's not how I wanted them to see my penis. It did come up in court, yeah, as Exhibit D. Yeah. Oh, damn. True story. All right. I hate people, especially pregnant people, because that's like 2 people. That's just too many goddamn people. And speaking of too many people, does anybody else hate bad drivers? What's the worst thing somebody can do on the road? All right, that's a good one. My least favorite, not using your turn signal. Yeah, I like to think those people are single because obviously they don't know how to communicate. Arby's is a lot like suicide. There are better options. I did that joke out in Gunnersville. This big old white dude comes up to me and says, "You shouldn't joke about shit like that. I had a best friend kill himself last year." I'm like, "Shit, dude, sounds like you shouldn't have been a better friend." I like to think having sex with a woman who's had her tubes tied is a lot like shooting up a high school during summer break. Because nobody's getting hurt. And the government's gonna pay for it. Let's get hot for a second. You guys like phone sex? All right, a couple of you. See, I understand you shaking your head, but mine, whenever I did it, it had a purpose. Because like I said, I live in Hartselle, which is a fucking geonomical anomaly. 30 minutes. But near damn 2 weeks, it feels like. And usually whenever I have a new lady friend, I'm usually at least 30, 40 minutes away from her. And this one several years ago was very, very kind to me. And like usually 1, 2 a.m., we would talk on the phone on my way home. And we would phone sex to keep me awake. And also I had something to do when I got home. Because you can't handle that business while you're driving. Because if you get pulled over, that cop's just going to give you a mess of trouble. Not as bad as the message you're going to give him, though. 36. That's a Morgan County joke. I used to work at a pizza place, because look at me. When the health inspector come one day, which I thought was very unprofessional of him to do in the walk-in. That group on. You know what the hardest part of giving birth to a quadriplegic baby is? Getting the wheelchair out. You look pretty young here in the front row. You about mid-20s, early 30s? Here's a weird question for you. Do you remember the first time you were old enough to fix your own chocolate milk? Yeah, but you remember, yes? You're big enough to pour the jug of milk in there, put the chocolate, stir it all up. It's a warm memory, right? Yeah, you know why? Because you didn't have to pay bills. I went through a bad breakup recently. My friends told me to try a one-night stand, but I don't know how furniture is supposed to help. Y'all ever have some motherfucker rustle your goddamn jimmies on Facebook? Yeah, piss you just the goddamn fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Dude did that to me this goddamn morning. He said because there's an NAACP, there ought to be a WAACP. What in the fuck do you think he thought the N stood for? Goddamn Mississippians. Damn right. You guys like vegetable jokes?
Yes.
Racism is a lot like celery. It always leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Cauliflower is a lot like gay marriage. If you don't like it, don't fucking get it. Astrophysics is a lot like rhubarb. I'm not entirely certain what that is. Pineapples on pizza is a lot like choking somebody during sex. Not everybody cares for it. But it'd be a lot cooler if you did. An ass is a lot like turnip greens. I don't eat turnip greens. Without pepper sauce. Y'all, that's my time. You've been fan-goddamn-tastic. Let me bring back your host, Jonathan Craig.